All right, so let's continue this process here. Let's go also here to TC first name. Let's get rid of this ending of a single-sided tag. Let's make this end with table column. And just to save time, I'll just copy this value here, do Control V. Of course, I don't want this to map to ID now. Let's map it to first name. So that should be first name here. Save it. Okay. Let's copy this again. This can't be a single-sided tag anymore. Let's make that table column. Okay, this can't be first name. It should be this field here. So let's change that to last name. Same thing here. Let's go to TC grade. This cannot be a single-sided tag anymore. Let's end that with table column. And we'll do Control V here. And instead of first name, we want to go to this field where is grade. Let's make that grade. And I think that's it for this code. Let's check it out. Let's go back to the main. Let's do run as Java application. Let's click on the search button. Yes, we have data. This is fantastic. I feel like crying. Okay, I may cry in the background. Okay, so that looks good. All right, so the next thing is I want to do is let's put in some value here that will, so we can take advantage of the search here. And we'll say search for, let's say if we put in 10, this should create only 10 rows, from 1 to 10 or something like that. If we put in 20, it goes to 1 to 20, just to see if this input parameter is working. Okay, so let's close this. And what I want to do here is let's go back to our DAO. Let's make a slight change here. So this is going to be based on the number coming in. I'm going to say here integer. I'm going to say here, no, I'll call this number count, something like that. Now, if I save this now, notice that my student controller is broken now and my driver is broken. I don't like that. I don't want this code to affect code that I had out there already. So imagine if this class was being used by 10 other classes. This code would break it. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say here int ... like that. Okay. Save it. Now, what this is doing is that it's making this integer optional. So if the user puts it in, I'll take you. If they don't put it in, don't worry about it, okay? So let's see if our code still works. The best way is test your code to see if you broke anything. Let's run it again. Run Java application. Click on search. Nothing's broken yet. So how do we take advantage of this code right here? Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to say here, I'm going to say here integer row count, I'll call it. I'll set it to 30 by default because that's what we have here already, because I want the code to still work the same way. Okay, and then what I can do is I can say here if number count period length, because what happens is this ends up being an array, is equal to, I should say is greater than 0. I know somebody populated this with data. If they did, okay? I'll then take this row count and I'll say here number count is number count position 0. Okay, so let's actually analyze this by debugging it. Okay, let me see why it's row count. Oh, because I spelled it wrong. First thing is let's go to our driver student DAO. I like this so we can just test that portion of the application by itself. Let's do Still runs from 1 to 29, which is fine. Okay, but watch what happens now. Let's say I want this to go to 5. Okay, let's click here. I'm sorry, you know what? Let's do it inside the DAO itself so you can see what's happening. And I will run this in debug mode. Okay, now let's see what happens now. See, this is an integer. Okay, let's step over. Let's run this. I thought I passed in the value number 5. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I forgot to save it. Okay, let's debug it again. Okay, now if I look inside of here, this array has one position in it and has the number 5. I'll step over. This length was 1 because I have one item in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that number 5 out of there, step over. Row count has 5. This will go run 1 to 5, excluding the 5. I'll click here on resume. And notice now here I have only 4 rows. Now remember what the goal is now. I'm going to go back to student main. Let's run this Java application. I want to put in the number 10, 20 here, and this will iterate 20 times. That's the goal in the next video. With that, good luck and good coding, and let the code force be with you.